sleep out of their eye, you know. Anything that sort of. Yeah, I mean, that's quite sticky. Yeah. You know, it's sensitive enough that, you know, if she wants to pull away, you're going to let her pull away. But now she knows that actually I'm doing a nice thing.
She's quite happy to let you.
Yeah.
You just grab my
Girl. And I know, you know, there is a sort of health and safety element to this, and you know, if I had an apprentice here, I'd obviously start this off and get the horse where they're comfortable with this before sending somebody in here that could sue me. It did all go tits up. Because, you know, the whole point is it can all go wrong at any point anyway, you know. So, but what this stuff does is it just, what this stuff does is it shows a horse that, yeah, you know, I'm as vulnerable as you actually in this space. If that's where we're going to go with it, if we're going to be, you know, if we're going to be at odds with each other, then obviously this would be a dangerous place to be in here with a horse loose. But if the whole premise of this stuff is that we're not at odds with each other, you know, I'm not doing anything that's going to compromise your safety, then why would you want to kick me or bite me or whatever, you know? She's only had a saddle on a few times.
I was just about to ask what stages she got to.
I mean, I'm long range, but she's had a drive on saddle and been long range a little bit. But look, you can see in her eye there, her eyes changed a little bit. If I get her looking around here, it'll look more worried like that. It'll look worried. Yeah. Again, you know, you're given the opportunity to move, but just so I can correct her, you know. I'm not trying to hold her rigid and still. You know, I say to people, look into their eyes. You know, you can really get a good picture of what they're thinking by, you know, looking into their eyes and seeing how worried they are. You know, it's just like with human beings. You know, it's not an aggressive thing. Some trainers would say that, you know, if you look a horse in the eye, it's aggressive and you should avoid eye contact. That's not the case at all. There are a million ways of looking at a human being, and there are a million ways of looking into a horse's eye as well, you know, so it's just being clear about that. You know, it's too simple to say eyes on and eyes off, you know, way too simple.
And you can tell you a lot as well about how that horse is feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think they can look into our eyes and find out a lot about us then?
I absolutely think so, yeah. I think, you know, the eye being the window to your soul, you know. Isn't that what they say? They absolutely know that, you know. They absolutely know it. Such an important thing. I mean, this girl is a little bit. The the other thing to say about saddles is, you know, don't put some crappy saddle on a young horse. You know, put your best saddle on a young horse. A saddle that is going to be comfortable and, you know, not some old bit of junk that you picked up from a sale, you know.
I know you see it all the time, don't you? People saying they've got a really cheap saddle to sell, it's just to break a horse in. But
Yeah.
that's the most important.
Yeah, it really is. Brand new saddle, it's a bit stiff. I mean, you know, you might want to gauge a young horse with the first saddle for the first time, but you know, effectively you want a horse to be quite soft and relaxed about that. Aren't you? You know, I mean, there's obvious stuff like that's a good spot for a horse, and it just, you know, being nice, soften the mouth down. You know, I might leave a horse like that as long as the saddle is secure. I might leave a horse just to do this, reach down and munch on their hay and
In different positions. And
yeah, exactly. You know, she'll look round at it and you know, so she'll take her head right round to the saddle. And obviously you're not going to leave them completely alone. You're going to be in here while you muck the others out.